Hey there, hi, this is Eric Louviere, and welcome to Disclosure Group TV Episode 1. What we're going to talk about today on this episode is we're going to talk about traffic. Traffic is what everyone wants. Every type of business online pretty much wants more traffic, more leads coming through the door. Now, there are 3 different ways to get yourself a lot of traffic. One way to get a lot of traffic is through paid advertising. We're talking pay-per-click or email drops, quality email drops, banner advertising. This is where you pay for traffic, you pay for leads, right? Well, this is one of the best ways to get traffic there is because it's fast, it's direct response, it's measurable results, it's predictable results, and it can change the entire scope of your entire business and life. It could double, triple, and even quadruple some businesses' income very, very quickly if done right. And here's really something to understand about paid traffic. All it takes is one campaign to really change your life. If you can really zone in on one campaign and make it work really, really well, then everything else will change in your business and your life very quickly, and you'll be in love with advertising for the rest of your life. But here's the problem. A lot of people look at advertising wrong. What they do is they think of advertising as like an expense, like a problem, and it's not. I mean, for example, if I'm advertising myself all over Facebook, and I'm using pictures of me, even if someone doesn't click on my ad, or even if they don't buy, they're still getting branded to me. They're still seeing my face. Maybe they're hearing my voice. Maybe they're watching a video. They're feeling my personality, and they're seeing what it is that I have to offer. And they're associating what I have to offer with my brand. And the more you see a brand, the more you get connected to it. So just because someone doesn't buy from you doesn't mean that advertising dollar wasn't well spent. And just because someone doesn't buy from you today or right this minute doesn't mean that they won't buy from you tomorrow or next week or next month or later on this year. So the rising tide lifts all boats. So advertising, you can't look at it as an expense. But let's say you're spending $1,000 a month on advertising and you're only making $1,000 back in your sales. So you're breaking even. A lot of businesses get upset about breaking even. They want to spend $1,000 and make $100,000. Well, here's the thing. If you're driving traffic and you're getting subscribers, for example, so you're driving that traffic to opt into your list. Let's say you have an autoresponder list and you have a database, and these people that are coming to you are opting into your list. So you spend $1,000, you make $1,000. So you didn't really make any profits. However, you just built a list for free. You just branded yourself to the market for free. Like, for example, if you look at Facebook, you could reach thousands and thousands of people for that $1,000 in advertising that you spent. Imagine getting your brand in front of thousands of people. If you were able to break even, then you got your ad, your brand in front of thousands of people, and you built a list for free. Now, what if you lost a little bit of money? You spent $1,000 in advertising, but you only made $600. Well, you spent $400 to get your brand in front of thousands and thousands of people. Indirectly, that's going to increase your revenue. It's going to increase your business. It's going to allow you to generate more buzz. It's going to do everything positive for your business. And you can look at it as you only spent $400 to get that kind of branding out in the marketplace. So paid traffic is not just spend $1 and make $5. There's also a lot of indirect stuff going on. And let me tell you something else. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. So if you're getting your brand out there to the marketplace consistently over time, then what's going to happen is people are going to buy from you much more often. Your conversions are going to go higher. And you may not be able to measure that or actually feel it or wonder why all of a sudden people are starting to buy your stuff or chase you down and they're reaching out to you and they're sending you private messages and all of a sudden you're getting really busy, but you also notice that you spent $1,000 and you didn't make $1,000 back. It's because your advertising is top of mind. They're getting used to you, right? Then they're starting to like you and know you and trust you. So when you do make an offer to your marketplace or to your list or in advertising, all of a sudden conversions start climbing up. Again, the rising tide lifts all boats. So the more often you're doing the right types of things, the more consistent you are with these things, then they start to grow and progress over time. More and more people buy your stuff. What advertising should you do right now? There's a lot of different places to advertise. You can advertise on YouTube. You can advertise on Facebook. You can advertise on Twitter. You can advertise on LinkedIn. You can buy banners on websites that target your target market. You could go out there and find trade journals in your niche and advertise in those journals. For example, if you're targeting roofers, you could go find the roofer associations and roofer clubs and all that, and journals or whatever they subscribe to, and get your advertising in front of them. A lot of times they'll do email blasts for you, or they'll do classified ads for you, or they'll do full page banners for you depending on what you pay and invest. Do a test run and tell them, hey, I'm going to do a test run, so what kind of deal could you give for me? And if it works, then I'll buy advertising from you all the time. But I want to do a test run. A lot of times they'll give you a discounted, scaled down version of what it is that they do. So there's a lot you could do to drive a lot of paid traffic to your business, and then work on converting that traffic into raving fans of yours. Again, you want to get that traffic and get them to know, like, and trust you. The more they know, like, and trust you, the more often they're gonna buy. You could do that with webinars. You could do that with your own podcast, your own YouTube show. You could do it in a bunch of different ways. You could send them journals. You could have them go to your blog and read some of your articles. You could send them infographics. You can interview other experts in the industry. There's all kinds of things that you can do to get in front of your niche market, your followers, to get them to know, like, and trust you and become raving fans of yours. Because let me tell you something, when you're paying for traffic, that's cold traffic. Like, that traffic has never heard of you, right? They don't know about your business. They're skeptical and they're resistant. But as you provide them more free content, as you help them, as you give them more offers, as you brand more and retarget them more, they're going to start to warm up to you more and more. And then that cold traffic turns into warm leads, which eventually turns into hot leads, and they buy your stuff. So you got to think of this as a funnel. You got to think of it as a lifetime value of a click. What is a click worth to you? And like I said, just because they don't buy right this minute doesn't mean they won't buy tomorrow or next week or next month or even next year. I got clients that pay me, that have been paying me for 10, 12 years. So they pay ongoing, okay? So paid traffic is the greatest way to go out there and get in front of your target market very, very quickly. If I said one place you could go to right now, I would say Facebook ads is where I would tell you to start. Right now, that is the hottest place to go and get a lot of traffic for a really cost-effective way to laser target in on your niche market and get your business getting a lot of new leads. Okay, so Facebook advertising, that's where we're putting all of our resources in. It's a great place to go and get yourself a lot of business. Okay, what's the second way to get traffic? Well, free traffic, right? So free traffic is not paid traffic. Free traffic is actually effort, right? And paid traffic is effort too, but free traffic is purely free stuff. Like, it's search engine optimization, SEO. Now, SEO can take a while before it kicks in and starts generating enough traffic to make a dent in your life and in your business. Another way to get free traffic is YouTube videos or podcasting or content marketing, where you're posting on social media and you're sharing and engaging with other people, trying to get viral and trying to building a group or a following on social media. When I first started online and internet marketing, social media really didn't even exist. So it was pretty difficult for us to go out there and just share content on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that and get a following. So right now, just providing really good content out into the marketplace and entertaining your market a little bit on social media is a great way to get a lot of free traffic. And we teach a lot of our clients how to get free traffic with messaging and doing different things with LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So there's a lot of free mechanisms where you could go out there and interact with your niche market and get in front of them, put the offers in front of them that you provide. So free traffic is a way to get out there and get business as well. The problem with free traffic is it takes time and it takes a lot of effort. Okay, you might have to be pretty consistent and put in 2 or 3 hours a day to get the free traffic built up. You got to be very disciplined and consistent to do it every day. And then after weeks of doing that, a lot of times it can kick in and be pretty predictable for you. So free traffic is another way to get leads and appointments coming into your business. Now, the third way to get a lot of traffic is recruiting affiliates. And some people would say that's free traffic too, except you have to pay affiliates a commission. So depending on how you look at it, I don't categorize it as being free because you got to pay them. So with affiliates, again, it's free traffic in the sense that you don't have to pay for it ahead of time, but it's effort. Again, you got to go recruit these affiliates to promote for you. And this takes a certain type of individual, let me tell you, because reaching out there to ask people to promote for you is like pulling teeth. A lot of these people are going to ignore you. The grand majority of them are just going to ignore you, okay? And then a sizable percentage of them are going to reject you. Now, by rejection, what they're going to do is tell you things like, well, we have a launch, we can't do it right now, or, we're not promoting anyone else's products at the moment, check back on us later on. They'll give you some kind of excuse, right, to reach back out later on. And that's just what it is. It's an objection. And if you know anything about sales, you know that you have to overcome that objection in order to get people to take action. So it's a bit of a sales job, right? You're reaching out to people asking them to promote your offer for a commission, and they're going to give you excuses. A pretty sizable percentage of them are going to give you excuses. So you got to come back and follow up with them and overcome the objection and be a little bit pushy at times in order to get them to say yes. Let me tell you a quick little story. I'll give you an example. Years ago, I was recruiting affiliates. And everyone was just ignoring me or giving me excuses and giving me the runaround. And, 1 out of 10 or 20 people would say yes and promote for me. And one day, I just found myself getting frustrated with it. I was getting upset at people and all the objections and all the excuses and all that. And I had a great product and it was selling like crazy. And I just couldn't understand why I was getting all these no's. So I just, in the spur of the moment, just kind of being upset at that moment, I just started responding to people or emailing people because I made my decision at that moment that I wasn't going to do recruiting affiliates anymore. So at that moment, I started reaching out to people in kind of an upset manner saying, hey, you know what? If you're not going to promote this, then don't ever ask me to promote for you. Okay, because this is the greatest product I've had so far in my career. It's converting really great. I'm paying people out very, very quickly. And so if you are not willing to do that, then I'm not going to return the favor to you. So then what happened is people started telling me yes. And that made me realize that, what I need to do is just overcome these objections. Boom, I hit it back in their court and tried to close them again. And I found that started working. People were like, oh, okay, let's put something on in February, right? Or they'd come back and they would say, yeah, you know what, we're just not going to promote right now. We're not putting anything on the, or they'd give me, they'd shoot me down. So recruiting affiliates has a lot of rejection involved, but let me tell you something. I have made millions of dollars from recruiting affiliates and getting them to promote for me. I've built big companies just from affiliates. So it works, it works, it works. It's just a little bit of a pain because a lot of them are going to tell you no, a lot of them are going to reject you, and it takes effort. But one year, I think it was 2009 maybe, 2009, 2008, somewhere around there, at the end of the year we were doing our bookkeeping, we were getting reports and all that, and we were doing taxes. And we saw that over $600,000 worth of revenue came in that year just from affiliates. I was blown away. I had no idea that we had made that much money from our affiliates. Then I looked to see who was it that we paid out, because let's recruit them again to promote the next offer that we had. So we dug in there to see who it was that provided us traffic and customers in that year, let's say 2009. And looking at it, we were blown away to find that the majority of that $600,000 worth of revenue came from just 11 affiliates. Just 11. Look, we had a list of affiliates of 30,000 affiliates, okay? And 11 people provided us with $600,000 worth of gross revenue. So the reason I tell you that story is that it doesn't take that many good quality affiliates to make yourself a ton of cash. So it's worth the rejection. It is worth the feelings and the effort that it takes to make it work. It's worth it if you want to make that kind of cash. Because let me tell you something else. Back in 2008 or 2009, when we did that revenue from those affiliates, the amazing thing was a lot less people had lists back then. I know it wasn't that long ago, but in internet years, it was a long time ago. And in 2009, we pretty much knew everyone in the market that had lists. Fast forward to today, and there are millions of people that have lists out there. thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people have lists in your market that you can reach out to and strike deals and cross promote each other. And you know, I'll promote for you if you promote for me. If you promote for me, I'll promote for you, and all kinds of deals like that. So it's a really good opportunity for someone to break out and start making yourself a lot of money fast. And also, it doesn't take but one or two people to promote for you to open the floodgates of getting a lot more people to promote for you. And the reason why is you could say, I'd like to do the same for you that I did with Ricky Bobby, who, you know, I just paid $20,000 because he promoted for me. It did that great for him. So then you would be more likely to promote for me if you just heard that Ricky Bobby just made $20,000. So the rising tide lifts all boats. Once again, you got to stick to it. You got to be consistent, but recruiting affiliates is a great way to generate a lot of traffic very fast and change your life big time, okay? So what are the 3 ways to get traffic again? Number 1 is paid traffic. That's my favorite. I don't really like rejection. I don't like chasing people down and following up. We can just put money into paid traffic and get on about running our business and not have to worry about traffic or leads or appointments or making money. So paid traffic, you just got to get it dialed in and working right. But once it does, it's just amazing. And if you just get one campaign that works for you, I promise you, you'll never not do advertising again. So advertising is the holy grail to me for getting traffic and leads in your business. And right now, I would advise you to go with Facebook advertising. The second way to get traffic, free traffic, is through effort. Search engine optimization, you know, learning just a few tips and techniques with SEO, like how to change the meta tags and the keywords and all. And you know, you can get a lot of results from that too, but it takes time. It could take up to 6 months before you start getting ranked and for keywords and long tail keywords to make a difference. But free traffic is a great way. There's a lot of direct messaging stuff going on right now that works extremely well. That would take a weekend workshop for me to teach you that, but it's a great way to make yourself a lot of money through using LinkedIn and groups and networking with people, and is a very great way to do it too. Then, and so with free traffic, with content marketing, just providing good content like this out into the marketplace, it gets shared, people comment on it, it gets passed around, and that can make a big difference in your business as well. And then the third way is recruiting affiliates. And that's really it. Those are the 3 ways to get traffic and leads. And sure, there's direct mail, and there's running billboard advertising and television or radio, and you know, there's a million different ways to advertise. But the 3 biggest ways to get traffic and leads and appointments online is paid traffic, free traffic, and recruiting affiliates. And I would recommend that you go into paid traffic. Even if you start really small, it's going to change your life. It's going to put your brand out there. It's going to really make a big difference if you stick to it, make it work, and be consistent. So, what do you think of the first episode? This is Eric Louviere with Disclosure Group TV with episode number 1, and we have a lot more to come. This is going to be a place where I reveal all kinds of great content to you, all kinds of information from the trenches. I came from the wrong side of the tracks. I grew up pretty much poor most of my life, and then when I got into internet marketing, everything changed. I've done millions of dollars online now. We're going to scale up and take it to the next level, and I want to give you so much value and so much stuff that I learned and so much wisdom over the years. We're going to have guest experts on this show. It's going to be fantastic. So do yourself a huge favor and click subscribe. Where is it? Over there? See it? Click subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this somewhere else, then subscribe. Find us, Disclosure Group TV. I'm Eric Louviere. Subscribe to us, follow us, share us, comment, whatever you can do to help out is much appreciated. We look forward to servicing you. Thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I can't wait to do episode number 2. That's going to be valuable. We're going to talk about conversions and copywriting and ways to get people to buy from you. Again, Eric Louviere, Disclosure Group TV, episode number 1. See you next time.